So today I want to talk about the brand new support auto in Destiny 2, Adamantite. This Strand Auto frame is incredible, and kudos to the team at Bungie on this one. In general, honestly, all the weapons tied to Heresy arsenal may be some of the best, most desirable guns in the game right now, so GG's on that end. Now before we jump into all the details with this weapon, just want to get something out the way. If you guys enjoyed this video and want more content from me, be sure to hit that subscribe button and bell to be notified for when I do drop more content. Heresy is just going live now. This is week 1 and there is so much content to make, so you don't want to miss that. Now with that out the way, let's talk about this awesome auto rifle. Adamantite is the second support frame auto rifle we have gotten in Destiny 2. Honestly, it's a little bit shocking that Bungie hasn't added one sooner, but I get it. Like no hesitations, Adamantite is a powerful tool to have in PvE, and while no hesitations was cool when it came out, in my opinion, Adamantite has the same healing factor, but better tools that honestly almost make something like no hesitations useless to a degree. Now, it's important that I explained just that, and since this is a Strand weapon, its archetype will mostly read identical to no hesitations, but as you get to the end of it, things will differ. So the support frame on Adamantite reads like this: flexible and agile frame capable of healing allies and hurting foes. Harming targets builds a restorative charge. Hip firing at allies while this weapon is charged heals them, with rapidly healing, increasing allies' weapon damage, and spawning unraveling projectiles. Unraveling, and at least this sandbox, is pretty damn good, and depending on what you build, this compare with the new Stormkeep's aspect on Titans and things like that, it is a incredible aspect to this support frame. Now for no hesitations, it's again going to read on the top half very similar, but as you get to the later half, hip firing at allies while this weapon is charged heals them, with rapid healing, increasing weapon damage, and bestowing restoration to your allies. This restoration will be ×1. It is fine, but in my opinion, in this stage of the sandbox, and if you're playing the Nether activity, I lean on the unraveling aspect that you see here on Adamantite. But when you peek into the perks, you will see why I have extra love for this weapon for what it offers. So here on screen is going to be all those perks. Now, there is 2 origin traits here. We'll talk about that after we read all the perks. There's multiple versions of the base and the adept. They basically have 2 origin traits if you get the better version, but depending on the player, depending on who you are, we'll get into details about that pretty soon. So all the way to the right, with the origin traits, we have 2 here. The first one, Willing Vessel, is new, dealing damage or defeating targets with this weapon gradually increased stability, handling, reload speed, and charge rate. This effect gradually decreases over time, but is gained more quickly while near allies. This is incredible. This is a solid origin trait, and the one underneath that is from King's Fall. This is an origin trait you can find on those raid weapons. Reloading near allies overflows the magazine, bows receive faster draw time, and swords receive faster charge rate. This is really, really good, and the overflow capacity maxes out around 50%. So either or, if you guys get the drop with 2 origin traits, you're pretty much good to go. Now, over in column 4, we have a brand new perk called Elemental Honing. Underneath that, we have Hatchling, Circle of Life. Underneath Circle of Life, we have another new perk called Tear. More on that later. Attrition Orbs, Frenzy, and Kill Clip. Next to that in column 3, we have Reciprocity. It's a new perk, really good. Slice, Unrelenting, Subsistence, Ensemble, Demolitionist, and Pugilist. And for magazines, we have Acroys rounds, appended mag, tactical mag, extended mag, steady rounds, alloy magazine, and flared magwell. So as you see with the perk pool, it is fairly similar to no hesitation, but the big standout here is going to be those strand based perks that really enhance the strand element of it, and in my opinion, it makes a big difference. So with the God Roll, I think it's pretty clear at this point, you will want Fluted Barrel, tactical mag, Reciprocity, Tear, and ideally a reload or handling masterwork. Since this is a support frame, you're going to be hip firing, you're going to be pulling it out using other stuff. You will want that handling, in my preference, to be the masterwork and pretty much maxed out. You'll see with the stats, pretty much this is why this is God Roll is what we want. The stats here are juicy for switching and things like that, but either a reload or handling masterwork will be your preferred choice. Also, in the perfect scenario, you will want a version with double origin traits, like I mentioned before. They don't have to be adept to drop Ruin over, so it's not out the question to get double origin traits. You would just need to focus on the AR drop in this case, whatever in that little thing that you could focus your loot in for the Nether activity, and also have some good RNG to top that off. But again, the base version or the standard version, the non-adept version, you can also get double origin traits too. You don't need adept to do that. But let's break down the 2 perks in this God Roll since they're fairly new: Tear and Reciprocity. Now, Tear is the first perk to break down. Precision final blows cause nearby targets to become severed. Since this is a support frame, almost every hit is basically a precision hit. So not only does this weapon heal your teammates, it also can deliver an on-demand sever to the enemies around you. And what makes this so great is having the sever verb on any subclass. This is dummy powerful. And Bungie, I kind of wish you added this earlier, but it's always better to be late than never show up. Now the other perk, Reciprocity, when healing projectiles from this weapon strike allies, you also receive a small amount of healing. This is going to be a must because it helps yourself with general survivability. Also, any other perk in column 3 just doesn't give me the juice or desire to have when a perk like Tear makes something like Slice pointless in my opinion. Now, with that being said, that's pretty much all I gotta say. That's the 2 perks, that's a God Roll. It is really good, and this support frame is a must-have. And it's also fair to say that the other weapons in the arsenal are also like that. So there's tons of stuff here to want from this episode, which is really good. But in general, that's pretty much all I gotta say on this one. Hope you guys enjoyed the content. If you guys did, be sure to drop this video a like. Helps out the video a ton. Of course, like I said before, if you want more content from me, be sure to hit that subscribe button and bell to be notified when I do drop more content. With that being said, that's all I have for this one. Hope you guys enjoyed the video. Thank you guys for watching. ShadowNinja here, and I'm out.